Nadia was a passionate and ambitious young woman who dreamt of building a life filled with meaningful achievements. She wanted to excel at work, spend quality time with her loved ones, and rediscover her creative side. But every evening, she found herself glued to her phone, endlessly scrolling through social media, binge-watching series, or losing hours to mobile games. Despite her best intentions, her days felt wasted, leaving her demotivated and overwhelmed. One day, after yet another unproductive weekend, Nadia stumbled across Dopamine Detox, a short guide to remove distractions and get your brain to do hard things by Thibaut Meurisse. Intrigued, she started reading and realized how her brain had been hijacked by instant gratification. The book promised a clear pathway to reclaiming focus, building discipline, and living a purpose-driven life. Here's how Nadia used the principles in the book to take back control of her time and energy. 1. The science of dopamine and distraction. At the heart of modern productivity challenges lies dopamine, a key neurotransmitter in the brain that plays a crucial role in motivation, reward, and pleasure. As Thibaut Meurisse explains in Dopamine Detox, dopamine is what drives us to pursue activities that bring us instant gratification, whether it's scrolling through social media, binge-watching shows, or indulging in unhealthy snacks. The problem isn't dopamine itself, but how modern life overstimulates our reward systems, leaving us addicted to easy pleasures and unmotivated to tackle more significant, effort-driven tasks. For example, consider how social media platforms are engineered to deliver frequent dopamine hits. Each like, comment, or notification sparks a brief feeling of reward, which trains your brain to crave more of the same. Over time, this rewiring diminishes your ability to focus on challenging but meaningful activities, such as studying, exercising, or pursuing creative goals. Nadia, a fictional character introduced to help illustrate this struggle, realized her focus and productivity were being hijacked by her constant search for these quick dopamine hits. Thibaut highlights the need to break free from this cycle by first understanding how dopamine affects behavior. By reducing the overstimulation caused by these easy rewards, Nadia was able to regain her focus and start enjoying the satisfaction that comes from effort-based accomplishments. Tips for implementing these ideas in your life. To apply these concepts and manage dopamine better, consider these actionable strategies. 1. Identify your dopamine triggers. Take note of activities that give you quick gratification, such as scrolling on social media, watching videos endlessly, or playing addictive games. Reflect on how much time these activities consume and how they make you feel afterward. 2. Implement a dopamine detox. Dedicate a set period, a few hours, a day, or even a week, to avoid activities that provide instant dopamine hits, such as excessive screen time. Instead, replace these activities with low dopamine habits, like reading, journaling, or taking a walk. 3. Introduce delayed gratification. Train your brain to enjoy effort-driven rewards by setting small, meaningful goals. For example, complete a work task or a workout session before allowing yourself to check social media. Gradually increase the gap between effort and reward to rewire your brain. 4. Create a distraction-free environment. Remove easy-access distractions by keeping your phone out of reach during work or study sessions. Use apps that block social media or set screen time limits to reduce overstimulation. 5. Focus on deep work. Schedule blocks of uninterrupted time to focus on challenging but fulfilling tasks. Use the Pomodoro technique. Work for 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break to build momentum and stay engaged. 6. Celebrate small wins. Shift your focus from instant gratification to celebrating the progress you make on bigger goals. Recognize and reward yourself for completing meaningful tasks, such as learning a new skill or finishing a project. Why these tips work? These strategies help by recalibrating your brain's reward system, encouraging it to value effort-based accomplishments over instant gratification. Over time, this shift improves focus, builds resilience, and allows you to tackle meaningful tasks with more motivation and clarity. By consciously managing your dopamine habits, you can break free from distractions and reclaim control over your time and productivity. 2. Why a dopamine detox is necessary. A dopamine detox is not about eliminating dopamine itself. After all, dopamine is essential for motivation and reward. Instead, it's about managing the overstimulation caused by modern distractions that flood your brain with excessive dopamine hits. Thibaut Meurisse explains that this overstimulation can lead to a dependency on instant gratification, making it harder to focus on tasks that require sustained effort and provide delayed rewards. For example, Nadia realized that her constant habit of checking her phone, binge-watching shows, and snacking on junk food had rewired her brain to seek quick rewards. As a result, meaningful activities like pursuing her long-term goals felt less engaging and more difficult to commit to. The dopamine detox was not just a break from distractions, but a way to reset her brain and rediscover the satisfaction of effort-driven activities, such as completing a creative project or spending uninterrupted time with her family. By temporarily stepping away from high dopamine activities, Nadia could reconnect with her intrinsic motivation and focus on activities that added long-term value to her life. Through the process, she discovered that these low dopamine activities were not only productive, but also deeply fulfilling. Tips for implementing a dopamine detox. To make a dopamine detox practical and effective in your life, here are some actionable steps. 1. Start small. Commit to a short detox period, like a few hours or a day, rather than attempting an extreme overhaul immediately. Focus on reducing just 1 or 2 high dopamine activities, such as limiting social media use or avoiding junk food. 2. Plan alternative activities. Identify rewarding low dopamine activities to fill the time, such as reading, journaling, meditating, or engaging in hobbies like painting or gardening. Avoid leaving yourself idle, as boredom can trigger cravings for easy dopamine hits. 3. Create boundaries. Designate specific times and places where distractions like your phone, TV, or gaming are off-limits, such as during meals or work hours. Use tools like website blockers or set screen time limits to reinforce these boundaries. 4. Gradually reintroduce stimulating activities. After the detox, reintroduce high dopamine activities in moderation. For instance, set a time limit for social media scrolling or watching TV. Be mindful of how these activities affect your focus and energy. 5. Reconnect with purposeful goals. Use the detox period to think about your long-term aspirations and align your daily habits with those goals. Write down what you want to achieve and prioritize actions that contribute to your vision. 6. Practice gratitude for low dopamine rewards. Cultivate appreciation for simple, fulfilling activities, like spending time with loved ones or completing a challenging task. Reflect on how these experiences make you feel compared to instant gratification habits. Why a dopamine detox works. The detox allows your brain to recalibrate, reducing the constant craving for quick rewards. Over time, this helps you rediscover the joy and fulfillment of effort-driven accomplishments. You'll find it easier to concentrate, develop better habits, and align your actions with your deeper goals. By resetting your brain's reward system, a dopamine detox can create lasting positive changes in both your productivity and overall well-being. 3. Starting the detox. Nadia's first step. To begin her detox journey, Nadia followed the steps outlined in the book. 1. Identify the triggers. She listed the activities that consumed her time and attention, such as checking social media, binge-watching shows, and playing mobile games. 2. Set clear boundaries. Nadia committed to limiting her screen time, turning off notifications, and keeping her phone out of sight during work hours. 3. Replace with better habits. She filled her free time with healthier alternatives, such as journaling, walking in nature, and reading books. 4. Start small. Rather than aiming for a full-day detox immediately, Nadia began with short, distraction-free periods, gradually increasing their duration. This practical approach made the detox feel manageable and helped her ease into the process without feeling overwhelmed. Key insight: start small, identify your triggers, and replace distractions with positive habits to create a sustainable dopamine detox plan. 4. Facing discomfort and building resilience. One of the most challenging aspects of a dopamine detox is confronting the discomfort of boredom, restlessness, or even frustration. These emotions often trigger the impulse to seek distractions, such as checking your phone or binge-watching shows. Thibaut Meurisse highlights that this avoidance of discomfort is one of the core reasons why people remain trapped in cycles of overstimulation and reduced focus. Nadia, like many others, realized she had developed a habit of reaching for distractions whenever she felt even a hint of boredom or unease. Initially, the detox felt overwhelming. Without her usual dopamine hits, she felt restless and struggled to fill the void. However, Meurisse's guidance taught her that discomfort was not something to fear but a sign that she was on the path to breaking free from her dependency on instant gratification. To tackle this, Nadia turned to mindfulness techniques. Whenever she felt the urge to escape into a distraction, she practiced pausing and taking a deep breath. This small action gave her the mental space to acknowledge her discomfort without giving in to it. By focusing on her bigger goals and reminding herself why she started the detox, she built the resilience to resist her impulses. Over time, this practice became easier, and Nadia noticed that her ability to stay focused and productive improved significantly. Tips for facing discomfort and building resilience. Here are some practical strategies to help you embrace discomfort and build mental toughness during a dopamine detox. 1. Acknowledge your discomfort. Recognize that feelings of boredom or restlessness are normal and temporary. Label your emotions, e.g., "I'm feeling bored," to reduce their intensity and bring self-awareness. 2. Practice mindfulness. Use mindfulness techniques such as deep breathing, body scans, or grounding exercises to stay present and calm. Focus on your breath or surroundings instead of reacting to the urge for distractions. 3. Set clear intentions. Write down your reasons for doing the detox and keep them visible as a reminder of your long-term goals. Reflect on how avoiding discomfort has impacted your productivity and motivation in the past. 4. Create positive rituals. Replace unproductive habits with healthier alternatives, such as journaling, exercising, or meditating. For example, if you feel the urge to check your phone, try a quick walk or drink a glass of water instead. 5. Short time challenges. When discomfort arises, challenge yourself to delay the distraction for just 5 to 10 minutes. Often, the urge will pass before the timer ends. Gradually increase the time to strengthen your self-control. 6. Celebrate small wins. Acknowledge every time you successfully resist a distraction or sit with discomfort. This reinforces your progress and builds confidence. 7. Adopt a growth mindset. View discomfort as a sign of growth rather than a barrier. Remind yourself that resilience is a skill you are developing through practice. Discomfort is an unavoidable part of change. By learning to face it rather than escape it, you build the mental resilience required to tackle challenges in all areas of life. Over time, this ability to endure and navigate discomfort strengthens your focus, reduces impulsive habits, and fosters a sense of accomplishment. Embracing discomfort is not just a temporary skill. It becomes a foundation for lasting personal growth and productivity. 5. The importance of environment. In the journey to maintain focus and productivity, Thibaut Meurisse highlights an often overlooked factor: your environment. Your surroundings subtly but powerfully influence your actions, either supporting your goals or pulling you away from them. Nadia came to understand this as she began her dopamine detox journey. Her home was full of distractions that kept her tethered to old habits. Her phone, laptop, and television constantly called out for her attention, making it difficult to maintain focus. The turning point came when Nadia decided to redesign her environment to work for her. instead of against her. She started by making small but impactful changes. For example, during her work hours, she placed her phone in another room to reduce temptation. She turned off notifications for non-essential apps and decluttered her workspace to create a clean, calming atmosphere. Additionally, she added motivational elements, like sticky notes with inspiring quotes, to remind her of her goals. These changes created a physical space that mirrored the mental clarity Nadia was striving for. By limiting distractions and surrounding herself with positive cues, she found it easier to stay disciplined and focused on meaningful tasks. Tips for creating a productivity. Here are actionable steps you can take to design an environment that supports focus and discipline. 1. Remove visual clutter. A messy workspace can overwhelm your mind and reduce productivity. Keep your desk clean and organized. Store items you don't need for your current task out of sight. 2. Minimize digital distractions. Keep your phone in another room or on Do Not Disturb mode during work or study sessions. Use browser extensions like Stay Focused or Leech Block to limit time on distracting websites. 3. Set up a dedicated work zone. Designate a specific area in your home for work or study. This helps your brain associate that space with productivity. Avoid working in bed or on the couch, as these areas are typically associated with relaxation. 4. Incorporate goal reminders. Place motivational quotes, vision boards, or lists of goals where you can see them. Use tools like whiteboards or sticky notes to track progress and stay motivated. 5. Limit access to temptations. Remove or unplug devices like TVs or gaming consoles during focused work sessions. If you tend to snack mindlessly, keep unhealthy snacks out of reach and opt for healthier options. 6. Create a calming atmosphere. Use natural lighting, calming colors, or soothing scents like lavender or eucalyptus to make your workspace inviting. Play instrumental or ambient music to enhance focus if noise distracts you. 7. Use environmental triggers. Place your workout gear in plain sight to remind yourself to exercise. Keep books or journals handy to encourage productive downtime instead of defaulting to screens. Why environment matters. Your environment acts as a silent partner in your journey toward productivity. When your surroundings are free from distractions and filled with visual cues for success, they naturally encourage better habits and greater focus. Designing a space that aligns with your goals helps you conserve willpower and maintain discipline, making it easier to stay on track in both the short and long term. 6. Delayed gratification, the key to success. One of the most powerful lessons Nadia learned was the importance of delayed gratification. As Meurisse explains, our brains are wired to seek immediate rewards, but success often requires delaying short-term pleasures for long-term gains. To train her brain, Nadia started rewarding herself after completing meaningful tasks. For instance, after finishing a work project, she allowed herself 20 minutes to relax with her favorite book. This practice helped her associate hard work with positive outcomes, making it easier to stay motivated. Key insight: delayed gratification is a skill that can be developed by pairing rewards with productive actions. 7. Rebuilding focus through small wins. Rebuilding focus is a gradual process that requires consistency and patience. Nadia discovered that focusing on small, manageable tasks helped her regain control over her attention span. Thibaut Meurisse emphasizes that developing focus is like strengthening a muscle. It gets better with repeated use. Nadia began her journey by breaking down large tasks into smaller, more achievable goals. One effective method Nadia employed was the Pomodoro technique. This technique involves working in focused, 25-minute intervals, followed by short breaks. By dedicating herself to these short bursts of work, Nadia was able to tackle tasks without feeling overwhelmed. Each time she completed a task or stuck to her detox plan for a week, she felt a sense of accomplishment. These small wins fueled her motivation and built her confidence, making it easier to maintain focus over time. Over time, as Nadia began to experience more small wins, her focus and discipline improved. These little victories provided a sense of progress and motivated her to stay on track, gradually retraining her brain to focus more effectively. Tips for rebuilding focus through small wins. Here are practical steps to implement. Small wins and regain. Focus in your daily routine. 1. Break tasks into small steps. Divide larger tasks into smaller, more manageable parts to avoid feeling overwhelmed. Completing these smaller tasks will give you a sense of progress and momentum. 2. Use the Pomodoro technique. Set a timer for 25 minutes of uninterrupted work, followed by a 5-minute break. After completing 4 Pomodoros, take a longer break of 15 to 30 minutes to recharge. 3. Celebrate every small achievement. Acknowledge and celebrate even the smallest accomplishments. This reinforces positive behavior and motivates you to continue. Whether it's finishing a task or staying focused for a set amount of time, make it a point to recognize progress. 4. Track your progress. Keep a daily or weekly journal of your tasks and progress. Visual reminders of your accomplishments will keep you motivated. Use tools like habit trackers or progress charts to stay accountable. 5. Set realistic goals. Set achievable goals that challenge you but are not too daunting. Setting the bar too high can lead to frustration, while achievable goals keep you on track. 6. Establish routines. Create daily routines that build focus. Regular routines help condition your brain to focus during designated times. Consistency in your schedule helps reduce decision fatigue and keeps distractions at bay. 7. Practice mindfulness. Incorporate mindfulness techniques like deep breathing or meditation to reduce stress and improve focus. Staying present and focused on the task at hand helps prevent distractions and enhances productivity. 8. Visualize your success. Take a moment to visualize yourself completing your tasks successfully. This can help boost motivation and prepare you mentally for the task ahead. Why small wins matter? Small wins are incredibly powerful because they create a sense of progress, which is a strong motivator. Every small success, whether it's completing a task or sticking to a routine, builds confidence and encourages further effort. Just like exercising a muscle, your ability to focus improves with regular practice. By celebrating small victories, you reinforce the habit of focus and discipline, making it easier to tackle bigger tasks in the future. 8. The role of rest and recovery. While the detox focused on reducing distractions, Nadia also learned the importance of rest and recovery. Meurisse stresses that downtime is essential for recharging your mental energy and maintaining productivity in the long run. Nadia incorporated activities like meditation, yoga, and spending time in nature into her routine. These practices not only helped her relax, but also improved her overall well-being, making it easier to stay focused during work hours. Key insight: rest and recovery are essential for maintaining focus and avoiding burnout. 9. Making the detox a lifestyle. By the end of her journey, Nadia understood that a dopamine detox wasn't a one-time event but a long-term lifestyle change. She continued to schedule regular detox periods, such as tech-free evenings and device-free weekends, to maintain balance. Over time, these practices became habits, and Nadia no longer felt the pull of constant distractions. She found joy in meaningful activities, like pursuing her creative passions and deepening her relationships, and her productivity soared. Key insight: a dopamine detox is a lifestyle shift that prioritizes intentional living over instant gratification. Conclusion: Nadia's newfound clarity. Nadia's life was transformed by the lessons in dopamine detox. By reducing distractions, embracing discomfort, and focusing on meaningful work, she regained control of her time and energy. Today, Nadia is more focused, productive, and fulfilled. She's working toward her dreams with clarity and purpose, proving that anyone can break free from the cycle of distractions and train their brain to do hard things. Her story is a testament to the power of a dopamine detox and a reminder that true satisfaction comes from pursuing what truly matters.